Hey everybody, welcome to the Jimmy Dore Show. I'm here with Steph Zamorano, the miserable liberal, and Ron Placone.
Hola.
Hello.
So you heard what happened. I don't know if you watched the other videos on this channel, that the GOP has passed repealed rules protecting your privacy. So now your internet provider can tell anybody about whatever website you went to. They can tell them anything you bought, anything you've done online. Your internet service provider now can take all that and sell it to anybody, give it to anybody, share it with anybody, and you can't say anything about it. So you have zero privacy. And they're selling it, by the way. So not only that, but they're selling it. So there's a group called resistancereport.com. And their crowdfunding campaign seeks to purchase search history of lawmakers who killed the internet privacy.
Oh, man.
I love them.
The website searchinternethistory.com is attempting to raise $1 million in order to put in bids to purchase the internet history of leading Republicans and Federal Communications members. The first histories the site aims to buy are those of Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, House Speaker Paul Ryan, Congresswoman Marsha Blackburn, and FCC Chairman Ajit Pai. If it takes $1 million to get real change, I am sure 1 million people are willing to donate $1 to help ensure their private data stays private. I am. I'm going to donate.
Me too.
I'm going to donate.
They're getting $3 today.
Okay. I'm going to go chip in. I'm going to put that Democratic fundraising email on the back burner from Tom Perez.
We know they're hurting for cash, but
Yep.
sorry, we got to prioritize here.
Tom Perez, I know you're busy leading with your values, and when you lead with your values, you connect. It's the messaging of transparency causes a crisis of
Opportunity.
We're for everybody getting a fair shot if they're willing to work hard. We're for everybody. We're the Democrats. Anyway, so there you go. Mulhaney, who describes himself as a privacy activist and net neutrality advocate, argues that since both houses of Congress have passed bills allowing anyone's browser history to be sold and purchased by major telecom giants like Verizon, that the American people should be able to buy the browser records for their elected officials. I agree. If successful, the site aims to publish a searchable database of browser history for every member of Congress who voted to gut former President Barack Obama's regulations prohibiting corporations from viewing Americans' browser histories. This is a great idea.
Yeah, this is pretty awesome. I mean, just some of those names, Paul Ryan, Mitch McConnell, there is going to be some weird porn on these results. I mean,
we got to get these results. This is important.
Man, it's going to be bizarre.
I know this sounds like a prank or some kind of thing that's outside of politics. This is super important. This is super important. If they can pull this off, remember, I don't know if there's another video. Justice Bork, who was nominated by Ronald Reagan to be a Supreme Court justice, when he was doing that nominating process, somebody released his videotape rentals from his videotape store. This is before the internet. You had to go to a store physically and rent something and give someone cash.
Or greenbacks, as they were called back then.
And so they released that information of all the videos he had rented, and they passed a law immediately saying you can't do that. But now they're saying you could do it to everybody. Even worse. Way worse than that. Not just the videos I'm watching. They know the stuff I'm buying, the medical conditions I have, the medical condition of my wife, my whole family, anybody. Where I'm going on vacation, the stuff I'm reading, the clothes I'm buying, the underwear I wear. That's my private business. And yes, I like to feel fresh. So this would be great. This is why this is important. So if we get this and we can do that, they will pass a law making it illegal to do what we're trying to do. They will make it privacy is important again. Believe me. Let's do this. Everything from their medical pornographic to their financial and infidelity.
Oh, man.
Anything they have looked at, searched for, or visited on the internet will now be available for everyone to comb through, the site promises, next to a survey of which public officials' browser history should be published first.
Man.
So now they can just, every porn site you've ever been to, every personal item you've ever shopped for, every personal condition you've ever looked up, any mental health thing, no matter what it is you've looked up, marriage problems, no matter what you've looked up on the internet, they're going to be able to sell it to a corporation who can make it public. That's gross. Since we didn't get an opportunity to vote on whether our private and personal browsing history should be bought and sold, I want to show our legislators what a democracy is like. So I'm giving you the opportunity to vote on whose history gets bought first.
Oh man, what are
Paul Ryan's.
I would say Paul Ryan.
See, I think Mitch McConnell's is going to be like way creepier and more interesting.
I think he's just boring.
I don't know, man. I think that guy, like I think when the internet first happened, he was probably real intrigued. He was probably in some weird chat rooms, and he's probably still fascinated.
You're probably right.
I don't know.
So this guy says, help me raise the money to buy histories of those who took away your right to privacy. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm going to donate. I hope you donate. This is a great idea. Let's get it. And let's try to humiliate some politicians who took your right to privacy away. And I know you didn't. People who voted Republican didn't vote for that. I know people who voted for Trump didn't vote for this. Just like when I voted for Barack Obama, I didn't vote for him to fucking crack the heads of Wall Street protesters while he gave bonuses to Wall Street executive assholes who wrecked our economy. I didn't vote for that. I didn't vote for him to take 2 wars and turn it into 7. I didn't vote for him to make George Bush's tax cuts permanent. I didn't vote for him to cut food stamps, which is what he did. I didn't vote for him to open up the Arctic to drilling. I didn't vote for him. And I know how you feel, because I know Trump voters didn't vote for this. This is why you voted. So this is why people wanted to smash the establishment. This is why a lot of people voted for Trump, because they were sick of shit like this. Their elected leaders getting together with corporations to F them over. And now it turns out he's doing the same goddamn thing. And people tried to tell you Trump was a con man, but at least he was pretending. So was Hillary Clinton. She was going to institute more neoliberalism, which is what's wrecking the world. So that's why we need a third party, and we need to take over our government again. And that's why I'm doing the draft Bernie thing. I know, we got to do everything we can. We have to try to take back over our government. Okay, this is a great step. Nick Brana's third party. I think it's a great idea. Draft Bernie. You donate, and you don't have to pay the money until Bernie says, yes, I'm going to come and be head of this party. That's when they charge all the money, and that's when you pay. Isn't that great? So if you see a bunch of people already donating, and Bernie goes, wow, there's 1 million people already ready to donate, 2 million, whatever, let's do it. So we got to do something, because this is horrible. I know Trump voters didn't vote for this. I know Republicans don't want this. Republicans are supposed to be conservative. They're supposed to make a government fear you. So I want to reach out to the Trump voters, and what I say to them is, I'd want you to join me in advocating for internet privacy. It's absolutely crazy, Ted. It's crazy that a private company could know what I'm talking about with my doctor. What business is it of them? And if you believe that, I want you to join me in fighting back against the corporate donors. So there's lots of common ground. People are sick and tired of this on the left and the right. Well, the left was united against this time. So that's good to see. They're getting a little practice. I'm going to donate. Let's take our fucking country back. Let's make the politicians afraid of us. Hey, our next live Jimmy Dore show is April 24th. April 24th, live in Burbank. We do 2 shows a month, live shows. So get your tickets right down there, jimmydoorecomedy.com.